I have completed my majors in electrical engineering from Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology, New Delhi. And after that, I had a campus placement and I went to work with American International Group as a risk engineer. After that, I decided that my career goals are not aligning with the company and I wanted to switch into the civil services. Meanwhile, I also got selected into railways as a traffic inspector, where I am currently posted at Malta. And today I am here facing the UPSC interview.
Okay, that's great. Ashish, your optional was philosophy, rather your optional is philosophy. So I'm giving you a philosophical statement. You just tell me the meaning of it. You are not what you think, but you are what you think.
So, though I have not in my philosophical study and all, I have not met with this statement. So, I am not sure about the philosopher. But as personally, what I think is it is telling about the dichotomy of existence, like what we think of ourselves. Like when I'm saying that you are not what you think. When we think about ourselves, so we cannot relate with the outside. That is what I'm getting.
Tell me, for a civil servant or future civil servant, which one is more important, general knowledge or general awareness, and why?
So for a civil servant, I guess both is important, but general awareness would be more. More apt because he not only needs to be knowing about his his context of working, like his district, his state, the condition, but he should also be compassionate, particularly about the people for which he is supposed to work. Particularly, I'm talking about the weaker sections, the vulnerable sections. So he should be compassionate.
Right, Ashish, your job experience says that you are a risk engineer.
Yes.
What is risk?
In terms of the job profile,
The meaning. What is risk? Which one is not a risk?
when we play safe and we do not take, we do not consider preponderances about outcome, and so that is not taking a risk. So accordingly, rewards are also less.
So what is risk?
Risk is when we are anticipating some larger returns or some larger reward from an action, so we take a risk over there.
So when you drive a car on a road,
Yes.
there is a possibility of accident.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it a risk?
Yes, we are taking that risk on ourselves and judging our ability to drive, then we take the risk. So when a well-trained driver, when he put his feet on the racing button, the puts on more gas, so he's confident that he would be able to balance the car. However, when one is not well trained, he won't dare to. Generally, he won't dare to increase the speed beyond a certain limit. So
Okay. You are working there as a traffic inspector,
yes,
right? So
the
in
railways.
the railways, there are so many departments.
Yes.
There are different departments, mechanical, civil, and all, accounts and traffic and
Yes.
all. So don't you think that too many departments is responsible for the poor performance of the railways?
So many committees, and to quote the last one, Vivek Debroy committee raised this issue. Particularly, the departmentalization in railways in senior cadre management leads to a lot of out of synchronous, like they are asynchronous with time. And recently, last year only, railway has decided to merge, and revolutionary changes right from the board level to the divisional level have been introduced. Like they have decided that Indian Railway Management Services would be there, and there will be a technical and non-technical services
Okay.
have to be introduced.
Okay. What kind of problems you have seen over there in the railways as a traffic inspector?
So in my day-to-day work or
In
administrative,
your day-to-day work?
so in day-to-day work, the problem which I have faced is particular to my division. I'll say there are a lot of cases of human runover over there, very frequent, and it would take generally at odd hours. So that most time it would be like many times both side bi-directional railway movement would be obstructed for long, so that takes a lot of responsibility over there. So one is that, and recently one time phenomena, the CAA and NRC, uh, there were riots induced due to that. Not riots, I will say, but the local people over some of the stations just burned down the whole new stations under my uh, division. 3 stations were burned down, so that was also a very big challenge. Anytime there is a mistrust, the first target is railways.
Okay. You are also preparing side by side for UPSC, right? You have already given 4 attempts.
Yes.
Suppose you get into civil service and UPSC, and you get the Department of Railways. So, what all changes will bring there in the railways?
So depending upon the department which I work, so most probably if I get in the traffic services, so because I am right now in traffic department itself, so I would like to uh, change particularly the control in the control of train over there. So there I see discrepancy among the different control offices, like particularly with the roster being followed. So sometimes that becomes too hectic to follow, and it leads to not better management and traffic congestion in the railways. It is a personal issue relating to affecting the operational issues. So I would like to bring them in tandem in traffic department. And recently I'll say the government is also working for increasing the freight speed and decreasing sectional congestion.
Right. Okay, Ashish, one thing, supposing you get into BPSC
Yes.
and you going for training over there in BPSC once you get into,
Yes.
for how many months or years? 2 years?
So what I have known that 6 months is for
6 months.
6 months is for administrative services, and I'm not sure about the police services.
Okay, maybe
6 to 1 year.
1 year maybe, okay, right. Then after getting that much of a training, if you get into UPSC, don't you think that it will be a wastage?
So I am being given an opportunity to give the exam, and if I am getting that, so that is I am certainly improving upon my abilities. So I do not think that anything goes waste in your life.
No, not for you. I'm talking about when you are going to become a civil
Okay.
servant.
Yes.
So you have to think at macro level, at national level. Don't you think it will be sheer wastage?
No, sir, I don't. I would be. I think I would be contributing to the society still, not in this department, in other department. And supposedly, if I get the Indian Administrative Services, then my first preference is Bihar state, my state itself. So my services would be in the states itself.
Okay, my last question for you is that you are preparing for BPSC and UPSC both. Is it the reason that why you could not clear either of these 2 exams? Is it the reason? Because your loyalty is divided, your focus is divided. You don't know it because BPSC and UPSC has got huge difference in terms of its focus, in terms of the syllabus and all. So you are such a bright candidate, and you don't have the confidence in yourself that I can clear UPSC.
No, sir, I don't think so. I do not have confidence. When I started giving civil services, so my serious attempts came later. The last 2 attempts were more serious attempts, and I wrote mains examinations, and I was not selected by a very few marks, I imagine. And the reason for I am giving BPSC is due to the fact that the nature of job in both the examinations are premier. I mean, at par level, which I get, and which would be according to my needs. What I am looking for here is a diversity of opportunity in administrative service where you get to serve in various departments, and apart from that, a full-time social services in itself a lot of satisfaction, job
Social
satisfaction.
service in government job, wherever you go, it's a full-time job.
Yes,
It's not a part-time job.
yes,
So whatever you are doing right now, it's also a full-time job,
yes,
and that is also a civil service. Traffic inspector is also a civil
Yes.
service, right? Okay.
Ashish Raj. So you have been a risk engineer in AIG, and right now I think you are a TI at Railways. Why so many switchovers?
I won't say there's so many that when I went into corporate after engineering, it was obvious to get a placement. I wanted to be financially sound. After getting placement, I wanted to be financially sound, and the on-campus placement gave me a good platform. But one year down in the line, that job was taking me outside. I had to shift. If I would have continued, I had to shift to US or Europe. So, since my childhood, I have been away from my parents, and I did not wanted to that. And on above of that, I also wanted to be in my country itself.
Okay, and what about the second? What about the present job?
So that present job is just when in due course of preparation of UPSC itself, that form I filled very early, and that job came. The confirmation came in 2018. So I thought I should join because better half of my preparation was complete, and I could have supported me financially and my parents too. So that is the reason I went into that.
And how much satisfied are you with your current job?
So I would say that I am satisfied financially and also, but technically I think that I would need some more. More of a challenging job.
But I think you are a technocrat right now, and your present profile will give you much more opportunity to use your technical know-how into the service of the nation, as compared to the civil service, because you don't know in which department you are going to be shifted or posted. So, is there a choice between the technicality and administration side?
Yes, sir, definitely. I have preferred administrative side more rather than technical side. I have been there in me. There has been a bend towards administrative job more after I left my corporate job. So that was the main reason I left that job, and as many as attempts are left, I would be trying to get into civil service.
Okay, and there has been a lot of discussion over the technocrats joining the civil services, because a lot of effort and expenditure of the government is done on preparing a particular and individual technocrat. I heard somewhere down the years that it should be banned for some years for the IITians to take the UPSC examination, or they should have preferred it much earlier before taking that technical path. What is your take on that?
So my take would be that again I would say that there is not any loss of resources in that. Every person is given equal opportunity and they compete. And I believe that being from a technical ground, I have developed more aptitude and critical thinking, and are better in as per the latest the Karma Yogi reforms also, government is now shifting focus towards domain knowledge, like preferring domain knowledge. So that gives me an added advantage. Anywhere I feel confident that I would be able to man a post very confidently.
Okay, so you talked about Mission Karmyogi. Okay,
Yes.
tell me something more about that. What is this?
So Mission Karma Yogi was launched during the lockdown phase itself in July, around July. So in that capability building of civil servants, particularly with the new age demand, as per the needs of people. So it is being introduced, and the government is trying to give more. I would say government is trying to give more emphasis on job and field training part, apart from the normal curriculum which is in a classroom based model, so that the training is more towards the real life challenges which a civil servant would face.